Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I hope you're all doing well, and today is going to be the update for Beauty Balance, which is kind of a combination of Makeup Rehab, Low-Buy, what I said, Beauty Balance, all of that good stuff where you try to use up more, or at least not, you know, bring in more than you use up. So I have finally received my ZC boxes. I got 3 subscription boxes within 1 week. I think I got 2 of them on the Friday, and then on the Monday the 3rd came. It's been so late, that's why I didn't have actually anything brought in the last 2 or 3 months. 2 months. But I have a lot to share, and I'm going to show you what I got. I thought this is what I'm going to show you. I'm not going to show you what I finished because you have seen those things in other videos. However, some of these things you might have seen because I have been really good in actually placing some of these newer items into my projects because I want to try them out. I don't want them to just lay there when I'm so excited to be trying them out. So yeah, I've been very good with that. Anyway, the first box came with 5 products like usual. The second with 8 products because we got like a set of 4 lip products. And the next box only had 4 products and 2 of them were repeats. So I only kept 2 things from that box. But since I kept all the lip products and stuff from previous month, we have 15 products here. Plus another one, and I think I can talk about that one first. So first off, I bought this Planet Spirit palette. This is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. I got a little vibe, you know, from Caitlin. I always think of her when I think of colorful makeup. And they had 2 more palettes in this new collection from Odin's Eye. And one of them I really wanted. Well, first I thought I would buy all 3 of them because they were so beautiful, and then I was like, I wouldn't really use the 3rd palette, so we're down to 2. But the other one, I felt like it's so gorgeous and I would use it, but I feel like I do have those colors, and yeah, I felt like I had them. So I decided after a lot of thinking that this was the palette I was going to get. This is so unique and it made me so happy. Look at this color story. Like, don't you just smile when you see it? Like, I am mesmerized by it. I love watching it and I get happy, genuinely happy. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not really into rainbow palettes. I don't know if I told you this in another video, but I'm not really into rainbow palettes that often. There are like maybe a handful, like 5 palettes out there that I really feel like this is gorgeous. In so many cases, a rainbow palette or a bigger palette, it can be so messy. It can feel so unorganized. But this, like, it feels organized, it feels cohesive in one way, yet it still offers a big variety. Makes me do looks like I never have done before. This is the first time I'm using it, if you couldn't tell. So yeah, I am really happy with this purchase. However, it cost $34. That's a lot. That's a lot for a palette. For me, at least. I usually don't buy palettes full price, but it was worth it because I love it. Even though I won't use it that much, I am so happy just having it and looking at it. And whenever I do want to play around with colors, I know exactly where to go. So yeah, that is actually the first time I'm reducing money from my beauty bank as well. The other things I've already paid for, I paid for them last year, so I don't have to pay anything for my beauty bank, but I do reduce points for all of these items. So let's start off with the set. One of the boxes came with a whole bunch of Alice in Wonderland things, which I really find to be cute. And you can just push here for this box to come out, and we have 4 lip products. which is awesome. Like, look at this. These are lip glazes. Do you know what a lip glaze is? I feel like it's kind of a lip gloss, but a little bit more like a lipstick as well. I feel like it's an in-between, but I think I count it as a lip gloss in my inventory. Then we got an eyeshadow palette, and there are two things that I really wanted when I started subscribing to ZC, and I got both of them here in these boxes. So this is the green eyeshadow palette that I had been looking at, and I was like, oh, I really hope we get it. But I mean, they have several color stories, so it wasn't really a done deal, if we put it that way, that I would get this one. The only thing I think is sad is that they have a lot of things that look the exact same. I love this packaging, but they have this exact packaging for blush, contour, highlighter, and and eyeshadow palettes in this collection. So it will be pretty hard to see what is what, I feel like. Other than that, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Okay, so that was that. And then the other thing that I had been eyeing, like, they don't have a lot of other palettes than eyeshadow palettes, but I saw this contour palette. Looks like this, and let's do a little ASMR. Was that satisfying? But yeah, this is how it looks. And I thought they don't have that many palettes aside from eyeshadow palettes. And since they have been so good in sending us different kinds of products, I thought this might actually come in a box, and it did. I am so happy, and I've tried these colors out, especially the highlighter, just swatched them, but I feel like they're going to be perfect shades for me. So that is that. Then I got a mascara. I haven't tried it. I will not try it right now, but it looks like this. And I think it's really cute. I hope it's good. Mascaras are, you know, one of those things that I feel like I'm not too excited about them. I never feel like, oh, I want to try out a mascara, but whenever I get them, I have such a hard time giving them away. Like, I have such a hard time saying I don't want to try it. However, what I was supposed to say as well with these lip products that I showed you, I am very sorry that I actually swatched all of them, because I can see just from these shades here that some of these I won't use. Like this one, I won't use them. Well, now I will because I have to, but I just wanted to see the formula and how it kind of reacted and how it looked. But then right after, like the day after, I was like, why did I do that? Now I can't give them away. So now I have to reduce like 4 points extra than I needed to. One thing that I feel like ZC is very good at, or they have like as their thing, it's like eyeshadows and it's powders. They have lots and lots of powders. Even in one collection, they have several powders. I haven't used this one yet. I do want to use it though, and I think I put this in another project. So I will be using that soon. Then we have a primer from Alice in Wonderland. That collection looks like this. I have already touched it, so everything looks very kind of nasty. When you get these out, they look so gorgeous, and as soon as you touch them once, it's like marks everywhere. But it does feel luxurious, and they're so heavy. Their packaging is so heavy. They feel so luxurious. So that's a primer. Another primer I got is this green one. I absolutely love this. I have used it maybe a handful of times whenever I'm a little bit too red in my face. This lightens it up and it's gorgeous. I am so happy I got that. I think that is one of the few products that I would actually consider buying again and like full price, but I would wait until you have a sale, but you know what I mean. Another powder is this one, but this is a pressed powder and it actually has an imprint on it. Are you glad I waited to do that with you? This is how it looks. You have a puff here, and this is how it looks. Maybe I should take away this one. Isn't that so cute? That is so, so cute. And it actually contains 8 grams of product. For me, that sounds like a lot. I mean, this one, which is a lot bigger and, you know, deeper, this only has 4 grams. This is 8. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, but it is beautiful, beautiful. That's what I really like about most of their palettes. They have like upraised glass and the image is actually inside, so it won't wear off. What might wear off is this 3D effect, because they have their name on the glass and the picture is underneath it, so it has like a 3D effect, but the name might wear off. So that's the only sad part about it. Then I got a very dark brown eyeliner. I have swatched it a little bit. It's much darker than I thought it would be. When it says brown, I feel like it should be visibly brown and not like a charcoal brown blackish tone. But anyway, I will probably use that one. Then we have a liquid eyeshadow, and wow. Like, I never use liquid eyeshadows, but I gotta show you how this one looks. I don't know if you can see that, but it is so shimmery. It's like a peachy, goldy tone. It's beautiful. It's mesmerizing. If I don't have that in a project, I will never use it, but I will. I really want to use it, but I would never think to do it. Then I got a palette. This is the packaging. This is the palette. This is also one of those things that I was like, oh, why did I swatch this? I mean, it's a nice palette. I will probably be able to use it up, but it's pretty boring. I could have given this away. Like, why did I swatch it? I have been so into swatching things lately. I've never done that before. I leave things until I want to use them, and if I don't use them, I can give them away. But now I'm like, oh, I want to swatch. Oh, I want to see how this performs. Oh, I want to see how, like, what shade this is on my, well, on my hand, really, when I swatch. But yeah, I feel like it's becoming a bad habit because it makes me keep things that I could have given away to someone who would have liked it more. And someone who didn't have to pay a lot of points to keep them. The last thing I have here is this palette here. This is called, I think, Honey Dream, or yeah, I think so. And this packaging, I will show you. Can you see all of that glitter moving? I mean, can you see that? I can look at this for a long time. It's so magical somehow. I didn't think glitter would do this to me anymore. This is so girly. And this is how it looks. This is not from the Alice in Wonderland collection, but it really looks like it. You have the card symbol here, you have a rose and stuff. So it really feels like it is from that collection, but it's not. I am looking forward to using it, but that is it. Okay, so let's move to the side so that we can have the bullet journal spread here. And I'm going to read, so you know, you don't have to look at my face. You can look at the picture here that you can see, but I can't. I can see it here instead. So first up, I want to show you my beautiful layout, the Defender of Balance, this dragon that is trying to help me to not overdo things. So once again, 10 Swedish crowns is about $1. So we started out with 2,897 crowns, which is about 289, so about $290 and 67 points. To the left in the in category, you can see all of the ZC things that I got, and in the end I got the Oden's Eye palette, and I actually paid for that, and that is why I have written down that it cost 340 Swedish crowns, which is $34. Now let's talk about everything that I used up. I used up an Essence, a mini one, worth about $4, a face oil for about $5, a toner for about $4, a sheet mask for about $5, a dry shampoo for about $2, a soap for $3, a primer for $4, a body scrub from Sense for $0.8, so $1. A lip balm I finished by Essence for $1, a therapy balm for $2, a hand scrub for $5, and again, I didn't mention it this time, but I'm giving myself the money that I paid for it. So that's why all of this might look a little bit, well, strange. Like some of these things would not be this cheap and some of these things would not be as expensive. But you know, if I get something in an advent calendar, I've just taken the advent calendar cost and divided it by all the items that I kept from it. And that's why samples, or you know, deluxe size samples, they might be worth a lot more and I might get back more money when I use them. But in the end, I will get back the money that I spent on the whole calendar, or that I spent on an item. So where were we? A hand scrub, $5, a sheet mask for $1.5, a foundation sample for $1.5, a perfume for about $5, the intergalactic bath bomb from Lush for about $7, a serum for $5, a cleansing balm for $6, a shower gel for $2, the Ursula peel-off mask for about $1.5. We have the Sense vanilla mask. Oh, it's a face mask for $1.5. And then another face mask for $1.5, a body lotion for $5, a deodorant for $5, the Time Filler Night by Filorga for $6. I also finished up the face cleanse from Murad for $1.5. And if you just move over to the side, because underneath where it says points and balance, I have continued because I didn't have any place or space for more. But I also finished up the Paula's Choice Boost or Booster for about $6, a conditioner for $5, a serum from Peter Thomas Roth for $6, a lipstick from H&M for $2, a dry shampoo for $4, a hand cream for $1.5, and a lip mask for $10, 100 Swedish crowns. And all of this, what I paid for it, is about $121, 1,213 Swedish crowns. This is a lot. You know, I don't want to spend this much money every month, and I don't think I will, like in a few years when I have done a lot of this. But yeah, it's interesting to see what you've actually paid for it. I wonder how much it would be if I didn't pay as little as I did, because everything I've gotten on sales or like in advent calendars and stuff, and you get a lot more for your money that way. So I don't get how people can have so much if they actually bought it with their own money. I kind of get why people get in debt when they have like a problem, a shopping addiction or something like that. I'm very against being in debt. Like, I don't even want to buy a house because I don't want to be in debt. That's how much I really, really don't want to be in debt to someone. But also our whole system kind of depends on it, because you're not supposed to pay for a house in cash, you know? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I ever will, but we'll see. Anyway, if we move up a little bit, we can see how many pans I hit. I hit 12 pans, and as you can see, I have written down +2. And this is something new I want to talk to you about, because I didn't say it, but I have thought about it since the beginning of the year that I wanted to do this, and that is I want to give myself $1 for each pan I get. I've already told you that. But I also want to get $1 for every pan in a palette that I use up. This is because I want to incentivize me to actually use up like whole shadows, which is a lot harder than to just hit pan. I'm not going to do it in singles. Like if I have a blush and I hit pan, I will get $1. And when I'm done, I will just get the the money back that I spent for it. And I wanted to have that money both to incentivize me to do it, but I also feel like if I can finish a product, I feel like I've proven to myself that if I buy something, I will be able to use it. But it's also kind of natural for me, since I have gotten so much on sales, that if I finish a face palette, for example, and I give myself a little bit extra money because I have finished several products in there, then maybe I can actually buy it again full price for the money I got from there. Or I can buy something even nicer because I have shown to myself that I can actually use things up, and that I do. So I have like several thoughts about this, why I wanted to do it this way. The only question I have is, when it comes to palettes, then if I should also give myself the money I spent on it, or if the pans are enough. Because if we look at a palette like this has 10 shades, so this would give me $10 for hitting pan on every shade, and then $10 more for finishing it up. So I would only get $20 when it cost $34. So is that something I want, or do I want to give myself the $34 as well and be able to buy something even nicer? If I actually finish this, I deserve to be able to buy something nicer if I want to, like a Natasha Denona palette or something like that. But on the other hand, if I have a palette here, which is a face palette. This has a lot of shades in it. If I were to finish this, well, it would be a huge accomplishment. So I feel like that's worth anything, you know? But these are like 105 shades in it, plus these face products. So, I mean, I would get so much money for panning this. But on the other hand, I would dedicate so much time and effort into panning this. And if I can pan this, then I'm really worth a Natasha Denona palette. You know what I'm saying? If I can dedicate myself to one product, then yeah, maybe it's okay to give myself that money plus what I paid for it. Well, this I paid like $10 for, so I wouldn't get that much more, but it's still, I would get a lot from this. Just saying, just saying. So that's where my question mark lies. Anyway, so as you can see here, I finished +2, which means I finished off two products in a palette. In this case, if you have watched my Pan That Face palette, you will know that I finished off the blush and the highlighter there. And that's what this is. And that's what I'm giving myself $2 more. And all this is 14 pans, which means $14, 140 Swedish crowns. Now, if I count everything that I have used up, I can see that it's 32 products. So I get 32 points. In my ZZ box plus the Oden's Eye palette, I got 16 products. 16 times 2 is what? 32. So I finished 32 items and I'm getting rid of 32 points for the 16 products. So I actually got 0 points, but at least I didn't, you know, go backwards. I didn't have to reduce from last month, which is nice. It feels a little bit weird though, because I got 0 points, but I got 1,013 Swedish crowns. So $101 for 0 points. It feels a little bit weird, but we know that I'm 16 products, like I have 16 products less now than I did last month, if that makes any sense. Wow, I feel like I'm all over the place today. I hope this makes sense. I hope this was fun to watch. And that is it. I'm going to start using all of the things for this month. And yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and that I'll see you in the next one. Have a great evening. Thank you for watching. Bye.